Hi, this is Eric from the Back Mountain page. I'm here at the styling studio just to give you a preview of what's coming up on New Year's Day. There's a open house. Phillip here, if you want to give us a little bit of what's going on and tell us a little bit about.
We're opening up within Styling Studio, the SJ Gallery, and the grand opening is January 1st, New Year's Day, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Everybody's welcome.
And it's a co-op gallery.
It's a cooperative of artists.
Right. So it'll be Tuesday, and then the hours, if people wanted to.
It's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There will be food served, so that's an incentive for everybody who's a little under the weather after New Year's Eve.
Right. And so we're just going to take you through a little bit of what's here, so you get an idea before you come down. So if you want to start,
Sure. As soon as you walk in, there's a display of Dallas high school students. Their work starts at $20, it goes up to $30, and 100% of the proceeds from this go right back to the Dallas High School Art Department.
So some of you Dallas parents, some of your kids' work could be here, so if you want to come down and check it out.
Right. There's a tag on it with the student's name, what grade they're in,
It's pretty
and
interesting.
what kind of art it is, whether it's photography, pen and ink, and so forth.
All right. And then our first artist, Darren over here. If you want to check out, Darren could give us a little bit about himself and his work.
Sure, I'm a photographer from back here in Dallas, live up on the hill here. I've been a Wyoming Valley resident my entire life, and my photography is kind of a smattering of local work. This is Harvey's Lake, for example, Francis Slocum, Harvey's Lake, Back Mountain area, Back Mountain Barn up there. It's I think the Van Horn Barn, and then we have Lake Placid, New York. There's Alaska. So I have really a smattering of works from basically all over the country. Wherever I go to, I take the camera with me. If I see something pretty, I try my best to get a shot of it.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. So we'll continue on. We have some of Phillip's work behind the desk here. Want to check it out. And then the next station we have Gail. Come on, Gail. So Gail, she's a photographer, and so she's set up in this room, and she's going to give us a little rundown about Gail's work. Hello, Gail.
Hi, how are you? Hi.
So you just want to give us a little bit of background of yourself, and then of your work?
I'm a retired paralegal. I studied photography when I was younger, and it was always my dream once I retired to get into it. I love music. I love music venues. Got a musician in the family, and I've just kind of been trying to incorporate that with the photography. I try and give a sense of sound to the pictures. I like you to have a feeling that it's not just a still portrait, that there's there's a sense of the actual music coming out of it. And so I go to little folk festivals and have friends who are musicians, and there's a few known names here.
Okay.
I'm sure you can see.
Well, we'll get some shots of your work, and then, if somebody wants to come down for the grand opening or after, they could come down and buy one of your pieces.
Absolutely. They should contact the gallery if they want to buy any of the pieces. And the contact information is on all of here, and they'll get in touch with me for reprints or whatever is needed.
It looks like you have three options here.
For sizes, yes.
Right.
There's 3 different ways you can buy it. I do my own printing. I have my own printing facility at home. I have better control over the final product that way. So for me to produce one of these in 24 hours is no problem.
All right. Well, thanks.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's continue. So Phillip, who we started with, this is again his corner here. You could check out some of his pieces. You can see there's 1 of 5, so he'll sell 5 of each. And then continue on. We're gonna meet with Evan. So Evan, we got a chance to meet him before we started. So you just want to give us a little background about yourself and your work here.
I'm from North Carolina originally. I painted and drawn my whole life. I went to the North Carolina School of the Arts in high school, and I've just been painting ever since. I try and like incorporate movement in my pieces. And I always love hearing what people have to say about what they see in it. You know, everybody kind of sees a different thing.
Right, and some of them you're selling as pairs, and some of you're selling as singles.
Yeah, absolutely. Like these two were kind of done in the same time frame, and they have the same kind of general shapes, and I just like how they go together.
Right.
These two kind of the same thing, you know, similar colors, and they were done at the same time. So I'd like for them to be, you know, they're like brother and sister.
Right.
So I'd like for them to stay together, you know.
Right. Yeah. So, well, very colorful, and you know, so you're pretty much pour yourself out onto the canvas, and
Absolutely. It's all just kind of in the moment. I don't really think about, you know, before I go. It's just like what's in here,
Right.
you know, what I feel, and colors and lines. Just it expresses everything for me.
Right.
hmm
interesting.
And there's like this one down here is on wood, and I'd like for people to just even pick it up and handle it. And handle it themselves, you know. It's something to hold on to. It's
Nice.
And same with those in there. You just feel free to finger through them and you know take a hold.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing.
Absolutely, thank you.
If you want to just, I don't know, if you got some of his, you have some of your. This is Rick Klein over here. He's a photographer. He has a few of his pieces here. And then Evan has a few more along the wall here. And you said with the UV light, some of these act differently.
Yep, those are actually blacklight reactive. I didn't really plan it that way. I found out afterwards, but all those pinks and oranges in the background are blacklight reactive. There's also one in the back, kind of near, back towards the entrance.
Right.
And that one's completely blacklight reactive. And I'll have a blacklight here that you can kind of shine on it yourself.
Okay. And they'll be here for the grand opening.
Absolutely, yeah, totally.
Alrighty. And then we have some more of Phillip's work here. If you want to get some ideas of what's available. And from my understanding, if more artists jump on board, Phillip will take down some of his and add more artists to the walls. Over here we have another artist. It's a photographer, and she has some neat pieces over here. She has 3D. She has a couple items here that are 3D. This is St. John's Church in Pittston. Another St. John's Church in Pittston. This is River at Jim Thorpe. So just a lot of variety here, depending on what your taste is. And then, so they cover a lot of wall. There's even more in the back here. If you want to check out a few more. So these are some of more of Evan's pieces here with the UV black light he was talking about. And so they really have a lot of different items here to choose from. So if you want to stop down, come to the grand opening. It's going to be on the 1st from 11. Starts at 11, so come down, check it out. And then if you have any questions, comment, and we'll get some answers to you. All right, thank you.